You are watching the Doctalk show.
Before we went for the break, we were learning about what things you should do when you're treating a child with eczema. We learned that bathing, how you bathe the child matters. If you use a very hard sponge to scrub the skin of the child, you will worsen and provoke an eczema attack. So I want to find out more if there are other things that we should do or not do in order to control a child's eczema much better. So Dr. Malik, we'll finish the bathing part. I know it's surprising that if you overbathe, you're actually worsening the skin's problem, the skin's integrity.
Yes.
Particularly in eczema.
Yes.
So what clothing should people use?
Yes.
For example, the towels, when you say dab the skin.
Yes.
Are there particular clothing and towels or beddings parents should use?
Thanks for that question. Ideally, we should have to use everything has to be cotton when you're dealing with a person with eczema.
Cotton?
Yes. Cotton is what we call hypoallergenic, meaning it doesn't trigger off eczema. We need to use plain, pure cotton clothing.
100% cotton.
100% cotton, which is a challenge. In my experience, from what I'm seeing, our market is flooded with a lot of synthetics. You know, they make many towels, many clothing, especially for children, out of synthetic materials, because I think that's why they make them very cheap. But they use cloth materials of nylon and polyester. So if you're buying your children's clothes, look at the label of what is in there. You know, they will tell you either 50% nylon or 100% polyester. Another material that is really amazing, which is not on the market so much, is called bamboo. So there are certain clothes made out of
like
bamboo.
from the bamboo tree?
The bamboo tree, yes. Bamboo sheets for beddings, bamboo towels, bamboo clothing. Those actually have been reported to actually help soothe the skin. Yes, but we don't have them
available.
In the market.
So the more realistic target
is cotton.
Cotton.
Yes. Two, we have talked about the colors.
All right.
The colors matter a lot. We advise not to use bright colors.
Why?
Bright colors mean they've put in out of chemicals, the dyes. So when we do allergy testing, because we do a lot of that allergy testing at Unity, it's called a skin patch test. It tells us even the color that someone is reacting to.
Okay.
So we find that the dyes are a big factor. So we like buying our children clothes that are bright because we think it's, it's a bright color.
Because color is happiness. So
color is happiness.
Yeah.
But remember, the more color you have, it means the more chemicals, the more dyes
and the more reactions.
The more reactions. So look for colors that are dull, unfortunately. Even if it's red, look for a dull red. Look for something that's faded. Look for grays, look for creams, look for white, rather than having a bright blue, a bright red, or a bright green, because all those are chemicals that are being infused in the skin. Because remember, the child is going to be playing, they are sweating throughout the whole day, so the skin is getting in close contact with the clothes, so the sweat creates a link. So the chemicals seep through, they get into the skin.
And they cause the flares.
Yes, and of course that brings us to the third issue. So the materials, the color, and of course what we use for washing the clothes, the detergents. So when you use detergents that have heavy fragrances, including, what are they called? The softeners, that they still last 2 weeks. If a child is really not doing well and they're having sensitivity, we recommend not to use them because it's the same principle.
Not to use softeners.
If they're heavily fragranced.
If they're heavy fragranced.
Yes. Basically things that are fragranced. So the detergents that have too much perfume and too much fragrance in them. The perfume in them is the chemical that will seep through to the skin of your child during the whole day. So basically you've exposed your child the whole day. So whether you treat 1,000 times, they will still keep reacting
because it's the perfume from the deodorant
from the detergent
causing
the reaction throughout the whole day. That's why we talked of the areas where the skin folds under the armpits, because that's where clothes are folding more. Even here, that's where clothes are folding more. Even here, so there's that close link between what they're being exposed to and causing the specific eczema.
Okay, thank you for that discussion on eczema. But there are also some other skin problems which we have noted. Some people are concerned. There's a condition called vitiligo. It is medically, you can identify it as patches of white skin.
Yes.
All right, and there are lots of misconceptions around this. People think, is it an act of witchcraft, or maybe they were burnt somehow, some kind of twin issue. What is vitiligo? We hear of vitiligo, but people may not know what exactly it is.
Well, thanks for that question. Vitiligo is something very important to know about. The major issue about vitiligo, for starters, it's not a cultural disease.
Okay.
It affects all races, it affects all communities, and it's a disease, and we call it an autoimmune disease.
Autoimmune.
Autoimmune. It means your own immunity, your own defense system is attacking itself. So basically, you're having your soldiers in the body going rogue.
So they're just attacking themselves.
So they attack the cells that make color, which we call the melanocytes. So those cells that make color, when they're attacked and killed by your own immunity, you lose the color. No one really knows why that happens. Yeah, the cause is really unknown. And it can happen in anyone, on any body part, and at any age.
It can happen to anyone at any age, any place.
Any place, yes.
Why is that so?
It's unpredictable.
Is there are there triggers, or maybe someone is more predisposed, or why is it some people will get it and others won't?
The reality is no one really knows why.
No one really knows. But
what
they just
happens,
know it's an issue
it's an immunity that goes haywire. The way you'd have arthritis, where you have your own immunity attacking the joints. The way you would have your own immunity attacking the hair and you lose hair. The way you'd have your own immunity attacking the thyroid gland and people get thyroid disease. So actually all patients with vitiligo, what we do with them when they come to the clinic, we do a screening for all those diseases to make sure that they don't have anything internal that's affecting other systems. Okay. So it's a disease that is, I call it a tragic disease. Story is even the famous Michael Jackson, it's what he had. And it affected him badly that he ended up, having to totally bleach so that he could be uniform. The disease itself is not harmful at all. I always tell people, vitiligo will never kill you.
So why is it a problem? It's
the appearance. Society issue. It's the appearance, it's the society, it's ostracization. That's actually the major problem. It's the community, the perception that the community has about the disease that causes a problem.
What are these common perceptions you hear about vitiligo?
Yeah. Well, the most common is a cultural belief that it has to do with twins. I don't know where that came from. It's actually really bad when someone comes in and one of the children, maybe they're twins. Those people bring in their children and one of the kids has the disease and the kid is a twin. So the parents are going through a lot of social trauma because everyone, the in-laws, the whole family, the clan, they're all looking at the kids, they're saying there's some things you didn't do right. But the truth is it's not. It has nothing to do with our culture. Because I always tell them, someone in India has it, someone in Japan has it, someone in US has it, someone in Norway has it. It's a worldwide phenomenon.
Anyone can have it.
Anyone can have it. I've seen it from a newborn child to an 8-year-old patient. So any age group, it can come. It is totally unpredictable. So the important thing is to remove that myth that it's caused by cultural issues.
Or even caused by witchcraft.
Yes, they think of witchcraft, they think of so many things. So the other issue with it is, of course, even in the medical fraternity, most doctors feel there's no treatment available for it. Now, vitiligo is a very challenging disease. Its major problem is once it starts and someone gets worried, it just becomes worse.
Oh, it has a link to mental health.
Yes, yes. So that's something.
So the more someone worries, the more likely it is to flare out.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so more about vitiligo coming after the break. We have learned that It is an autoimmune disease. You have no control over this because your own body system is going rogue. It's attacking its own body cells. And most times we don't really know why. It might be an issue with defective gene or something in the body that is going wrong. So more about vitiligo coming after the break.
You are watching the Doctalk Show.